stories shape our world. From every corner of the globe, storytelling connects us, inspires us, and defines us. In person, stories come alive, binding us through shared experiences.
Burning weed with its roots in hell.
As I'm driving over the hill and coming down, I see all these police in camouflage and AR-15s all grabbing the hemp.
I remember seeing, the assault rifles pointed at my uncles and my grandma and my grandpa. Big federal raid, and I was there that day when it happened, 8 years old. And that was something my grandma said when she came home, was that she never blamed the plant. She always knew that it was good medicine. There's no reason why in this century that we should be having to fight for this right to be able to heal our own communities.
We are looking for partners and really advocates as well to elevate that this plant really is a medicine.
They didn't want us to get into the game that early because they knew if we had the millions of dollars we have in gaming pushed into the industry, it would have been ours. We would have had it, but that didn't happen.
George, how is the cannabis industry doing economically right now?
Fundamentally, the industry is growing at a breakneck pace. It's probably one of the fastest growing industries in North America.
Wendy, how easy is it for a woman to raise capital in this industry?
I continue to hear that it's hard.
Do you know any people of color, either of you, that have raised over $1 million in cannabis?
I'm gonna say it's probably a short list. The revenue is projected for Michigan this year to be $3 billion. You can't award people licenses in name only who have no resources and then just expect them to be able to somehow do it.
There's not a lot of options, especially for Black women, Black queer people.
You don't find the money. I have not found the money yet. When I opened this store, we had $30,000 in the bank. That's not enough to run a dispensary. It's incredibly difficult to wake up every morning and have this dream that matters so much to you and know that you can't realize it in the way that you want to because you don't have the resources. I'm a single mom. I don't come from a bunch of money. The whole purpose of social equity is the idea that communities of color have been disproportionately disenfranchised, and in legalization, we have not had the opportunity to participate.
My dad always calls us a Trojan horse because they said that the social equity program was to right the wrongs of the war on drugs. But we quickly learned that this program was designed to fail.
This is a continuum from way back. It's a matter of what blood, sweat, and tears were laid down before us.
When I think about being a daughter of the war on drugs and a descendant of the war on drugs, I think about how can we create structures within the system that can solve some of the issues of inequity.
I know this is a calling for me. I know God sent me to do it, so then let me put in that work because it is so healing. And because I do have it all around me and because I do know the greater good.
I've risked everything for this business. But I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Am I going to get in trouble for this?
We were outlaws. We weren't criminals. And the difference is we never hurt anyone.
When there's cannabis all over the United States, why should we have to go to California? Well, they have no idea.
You on out there? All right, let's get this thing moving.
I drove through the Haight-Ashbury one day with my father. There were a bunch of hippies crossing the street. My father was like, oh, look at these kids. And all I could see was freedom.
We did not move here to grow pot.
We dreamed this dream that we could go back to the land and we could build homes and raise our families living close to nature. And the rednecks would say, Peter, you guys must be out of your mind. How do you think you're gonna pull that one off? All I could do is give them a hippie shrug and say, well, something will come up. Well, guess what? Something came up, that's why you're here.
I was hitchhiking and someone picked me up. The marijuana leaf tattooed under his arm became apparent. I asked whether he smoked that stuff on it, and he pulled over and reached under his seat and pulled out a bag and opened it up, and the cab was filled with a smell I'd never smelled before. I was just blown away. He said, yeah, these are indica seeds. They came from Asia. And I said, But I couldn't stop thinking about it. And in January of 1979, we landed in Pakistan. We brought back a kilo of seeds.
It changed the whole game.
We honestly didn't feel we were doing anything wrong.
The government came at us big time.
I would not believe this if I hadn't lived through it.
We have options in life. We have choice. I don't have to do it like everyone else.
I was called, that's all I can say. All the mistakes I made, all the things I left behind, they all came back.
Fuck the money, man. I loved every second of it. We were free.
And we did not buckle.
Hampurinn að koma hérna inn og meiri segja á Íslandi sem svo ótrúlega sterkur þáttur og á svo stuttum tíma erum við búin að sjá það að hampræktun, hvort hún sé utandyra, innandyra, ef við bara undirbúum jarðveginn nógu vel og gefum þessu tíma, þá erum við bara komin með einhvern massívan iðnað og því meiri sem iðnaðurinn því sko neikvæðara kolefnisspor skilur hann eftir sig sko, sem náttúrulega bara, bara framtíðin sko. Og það ekkert eitthvað ef við stefnum þangað, við verðum að stefna þangað.
Það verður að vera breyting, ekki seinna á vænna, en að byggja betri framtíð. Hvernig viljum við skilja Ísland eftir fyrir framtíðar kynslóðir. Okkur finnst svo mikil tækifæri í því núna að vinna úr hampnum, íslenska hampnum, geta ræktað hann hérna heima og búið til hampsteypu og byggt hús sem eru þá ræktuð á Íslandi. Okkar framtíðarsýn sjálfbær og umhverfisvænn byggingariðnaður á Íslandi.
Það verður rosalega gaman að sjá núna á næstu misserum og árum hvers konar matvæli munu koma fram sem innihalda hampinn, hvort sem það einhvers konar afurð úr fræjunum eða af blómunum og laufunum.
Við getum framleitt hér í landinu miklu meiri mat og umræðum í hvað við erum að nota orkuna. Við myndum nota það í að framleiða iðnaðarhamp og jafnvel lyfjahamp líka. Ég myndi vilja óska þess að ég geti búið til CBD-oljur, krem og smyrsl og alls konar og að þetta verði mannafóður.
Federal hate crimes charges have now been filed.
A staggering rise in hate crimes at schools.
With the exponential rise in hate affecting marginalized communities around the world, there has never been a more important time to see what unites us. Our goal is to dismantle differences, to not pick sides, to bridge tolerance, to end hate based on race, gender, color, or religion. Featuring Michael Douglas, Gene Simmons, Dalia Ziada, Geddy Lee, Montana Tucker, Emmanuel Shrieky, Samoa Joe, James Maslow, Nick Lowry, Daryl Davis, Liam Bialik, Ruben Rada, David Draymond, Danny Suzuki, Sugar Ray Raver, and many more. See the good.
When wrong is right, black nor white, out of the dark